What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my videos and all of my content. Okay. I got to talk about Luka Doncic. Um, Plays for the Dallas Mavericks. You know, the guy that dribbles, doesn't use his team. The guy that cries and makes uh, little excuses as to why he can't score the ball. You know, the guy that wants to sit up there and blame everybody but himself when things go wrong. You know, the guy that when things aren't going good, he doesn't take it out on the off season. He wants to take it out on upper management and get people fired and stuff. You know, the guy that makes ill-advised decisions at the end of games. The guy that is more of a detriment than the actual asset to the team. Look, you made even more of a detriment, Luka, by you coming over here and you coming out and saying, "Okay, yeah, I need to work on my conditioning. I think I'm a little overweight." Duh, you think you finally realize that shit? What the hell, dog? Listen, this is my thing here, okay? The greats, and what's up with it, Greenleaf? I see you in the building. Y'all go subscribe to Greenleaf, man. The greats prided themselves. They prided themselves on coming in from the off season into shape. Let me just give you the backstory, all right? For those of y'all that don't know, Shaquille O'Neal, man, we all know. And if you're a basketball head, then this story is not going to be anything new to you. But one of the reasons why Kobe and Shaquille O'Neal used to clash so much is because Shaq would consistently come in from the offseason overweight and would have to play his way into shape. Not only that, he would end up having injuries either from the beginning of the season or at the middle of the season, and then everybody would have to pick up his slack. You understand? So every single time, every off season, it was Kobe Bryant. He was the one hoisting up jumpers. He was the one running 3 to 5 miles a day. He was the one working 6 to 8 hours on his quickness. He was the one working doing drills and things of that nature. Meanwhile, Shaquille O'Neal, yeah, he would work out, here and there, but he would come back in so out of shape on, and overweight. And see, what you don't realize, Shaquille O'Neal is not no 6'6" or even 6'2" or anything like that. Shaquille is 7'1" and close to 300, right? 300 pretty much. That does a lot of wear and tear on your knees and ankles, and a lot of people don't understand that. So having to run up and down, and the combination of getting up and down the court, you know what I'm saying, that puts stress on your knees and on your ankles. So when you're sitting up in there and he likes to jump and dunk and all this other stuff, right? You're not realizing that you destined for injury. You a walking injury pretty much. And that's what was happening. Pretty much Kobe was having to carry the load, and the other guys too as well. Because I can't take away from them other guys like D Fish and Robert Horry and Rick Fox and them other guys. So what did they start to do? Shoot, they said, Shaq, we're not gonna put up with it anymore. And it wasn't just Kobe; it was the entire team. They were tired of it. And so what they would do is they would let Shaq play his way into shape pretty much. And they weren't feeling sorry for him, him breathing hard or him, pity patting up the court and all this other stuff. They're like, nah, no, your ass has got to put in just the amount of work that we do. And look, don't get me wrong, he would come back and then eventually, you know what I'm saying? That's why like he was, finals MVP, three times and stuff like that. But at the same token, a lot of the a couple of those MVPs actually could have been to Kobe because he picked up the slack and he made up for it in the end with his conditioning, such as when he went out against Indiana because Kobe was so fucking durable, and that's what he did. Well, let me get to Luca. Here you have Luca. You have a guy, man. Look, Luca is talented. All right, I know all the shit that I said in the beginning. Those are his flaws, and I keep shit objective on this motherfucking channel. That's what I do. Let me read some of your comments. You said he's a Serbian meatloaf. He needs some thick chicks, straight jacket. You said championship or bust is hurting young players. They don't work until they know they have a chance to win, not creating a chance to win. That's a good point, Gomes. Now, I've always talked about Luca and the fact that he comes in. Listen, Luca is never going to get any better until he realizes it, and he finally realizes this shit. You should have realized this a long time ago. Now, I don't like he's way more skillful than Zion is. Now, he's not as athletic as Zion, but he's way more skillful. So if Luca was to knock off, like, say, anywhere from about 20 to about 30, shoot, even 50 pounds, and he was really light and could play defense, Luca would be a phenomenal player. If Luca would knock off those pounds, and on top of that, be able to utilize his team more, and then on top of that, not dribble the ball so much and make sound decisions in the end, Luca could be a great player. I mean, an even greater player than what he is. But he's never going to go anywhere as long as he keeps. He should be 225. Yeah, right, exactly. Look, he doesn't realize that, like, because last night when I watched him against Brooklyn, it was sad. It was sad because I'm like, here you go, you walk in, and a lot of Europeans. I don't want to hear nothing about. Oh, okay, well, Europeans they drink and all this other stuff. Look, uh, Dirk Nowitzki probably drank a lot. He didn't have no problems. He still was able to be conditioned enough to play in the fourth quarter. Vladi Divac, he smoked a lot of cigarettes. He was still in good shape. Uh, Peja Stojakovic. I could go on and on and on about a lot of these guys that were either from, like Turkey and Yugoslavia and all those places over there, and Serbia, places like that. Even with Russia, when it came to AK-47, Andre Karolinko, he was in phenomenal shape. I don't want to hear that. And plus, you've been playing with grown men since the age of 15, so you should already know the ropes, man. Listen, that's the thing that separates a guy like LaMelo Ball, right? LaMelo Ball, all this shit that they talked about LaMelo Ball, and they even talked about Lonzo. The one thing that you can't say is that those guys are not in shape. They flying up and down the court, flying up and down the court. These guys, John Morant flying up and down the court. You understand what I'm saying? Guys like even Kai Jones that plays for the Charlotte Hornets, flying up and down the court at 6'10", 6'11", damn near 7 foot. But you supposed to be the leader of your squad. You supposed to be the superstar. And these guys are pretty much carrying your fat ass. He's a spoiled brat now. He was a good boy. He needed a slap in his face. LaMelo is a legit killer. Exactly. And people want to talk about, oh yeah, well, LaMelo, he had 0 points and all this. Oh man, what are you talking about? LaMelo, you could clearly see where his potential is. And listen, I know this is gonna piss some people off. What I'm about to say, I really don't care. I keep it a stack here. Listen, Luka has peaked. Now, the only way he's gonna prove me wrong is if, okay, like I said, he loses those couple pounds, like Gomes was saying, he loses those couple pounds. He focuses on other aspect of his game besides sitting there and just shooting and doing the same damn move all the time and dribbling the air out the ball. You not realizing that you're doing a detriment to your team. And the best person that you should be talking to right there is right in front of your face, and Jason Kidd. He's right there in front of your face. Jason Kidd was in phenomenal shape. Of course, he had to be. He was a point guard. He was a floor general. So he was the one that had to lead the troop. He was the one that had to motivate everybody. Okay, and nobody's gonna get motivated by a motherfucker that's not in shape. Listen, everybody talks all this shit about how Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook this and Russell Westbrook that. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that you can't say is that Russell Westbrook isn't in shape. It's the same thing with LeBron. Even at 30, 37, getting ready to be 37 years old, he's in better shape, way better shape than Luka is in his early 20s. It took you this long to realize that shit. This long to realize that shit. When you step foot into the NBA, you should already have been ready. I remember when I think who was it that came in? When LeBron had came in, and even when Anthony Davis had came in, right? They knew that they had to change their body. He said, young guys have LeBron confidence. They want to be the star in the team without the prolonged resume. Well, I'm not gonna put no, but see, that's the thing, Gomes. What's it called? Luca, you can't really put him in a sentence with a guy like LeBron because shit, for all the shit that everybody talks about LeBron, the one thing that you can't say is that he doesn't come in to the season ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't come in. He's still going up and down the court. He's still able to play. He's not up in there slacking and man, y'all gotta block him. He's not coming up in there slacking. He's always working on his body. Okay, does he have the most skills in the world? No, he doesn't. But at least LeBron is his conditioning is gonna be up to par. This guy could barely run up and down the floor. He think he like it. That's the problem. They not all like LeBron. Yeah, well, listen, he if anything, he plays more like James Harden more than anything. You know, what he sits up there and do is he wants to sit up there, wants everybody to cater to his needs. Hasn't really proved himself in anything. He hasn't got out the first round. Only thing that you proved is that you can score. You know what I'm saying? But you haven't taken your game. Yeah, you haven't taken your game up to another level. You supposed to add upon that. You came in, yeah, you did good in the Olympics. That was a good thing what you did. With Serbia and everything. But at the same token, you come in here and now you slacking, and now you just now coming to the realization. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I think I should get in shape. But man, what do you think everybody else that's fighting to even getting what? Okay, listen, look at Leangelo Ball. Leangelo Ball, look, Leangelo Ball was husky, and he was like, you know what? I got to get into shape. Leandro Ball in the summer league looked like an entirely different player. He was able to move on defense. He was able to shoot. He was able to shoot. He could always score and everything like that. But he played a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, and he was more athletic than what he was. He didn't look like he was the best scorer at Chino Hills, but he was husky. People didn't perceive him as a basketball player in comparison to Lamelo and Lonzo. You said it seems like when guys get the max contract, their work at at the land hard work is not there anymore. That's facts, Greenleaf. That's facts. Eating meat pies, exactly, man. Well, you know what? I don't think it was. I don't think he was. I just think he did not work as hard. I think he got tired out really because he played in the Olympics. So okay, you want to sit up there and you want to have an epic showing when you play with the Serbia team and stuff like that. But then when you come over here to the Mavericks team, it's like, okay, well, damn, you can't follow no fucking protocol. Listen, you got Jason Kidd. That listen, they revamped that whole, not the whole entire organization, but they brought a lot of people there that were former champions. I mean, you got Dirk Nowitzki, who's in the front office. Dirk, listen, a lot of people don't understand this either about Dirk. Dirk used to work out with a 40-pound vest on. He used to work. He worked out with a 40-pound vest on. And a lot of people don't understand this either about Dirk. Dirk used to take. He used to do like these unorthodox type movements. Like I think he was doing like uh, ballet and stuff like that too. Because I could be wrong. He was doing some other stuff. He was working with a teacher in Germany, and he had to work for hours in order to do that sort of thing. That's why, like when you see, like I don't know if y'all ever saw, but when Kevin Durant would work out, he would work out with Steve Nash when he was with Golden State. He would do all these unorthodox movements. Guess who he got that from? It's from Dirk Nowitzki. Even Larry Bird. Larry Bird wasn't the most athletic player in the world. Larry Bird, yeah, he drank a lot, but guess what? Larry Bird would be running up and down the Boston Garden before games, and already his shirt would be wet by the time the game was ready to start. That's the type of stuff that you got to do. And Larry Bird ain't no athletic player, but guess what? He would come out and light your ass up. But people want to talk about, oh yes, he's the next Larry Bird. Oh yeah, no, you ain't, man. You can't do half the shit that Larry used to do. Larry could dribble. Larry could pass. Larry could dunk on your motherfucking ass. Yes, he could. Larry could spin off of your motherfucking ass. Larry could hit you with the floater. Larry could hit you with the reverse. Larry could hit you with the fadeaway. Larry could hit you with the step back. Larry could end and seal the deal. And more importantly, Larry knew how to close games. He knew how to do it all. But you want to compare this guy? Who cares about anybody? Could get a triple double. Me, Gomes, and Greenleaf could go out there and get triple doubles with the way everybody shoot. If I got a guy like Tim Hardaway Jr. on my team who's shooting 35% or better, hell yeah, I better get a triple double. If I got a guy like motherfucking Finney Smith on the squad who's shooting 30 some odd percent or better, I better get a triple double. Shit, fucking what's his name? Jalen Brunson is in better shape. Shot Town's finest. I don't want to hear any excuses. Oh well, I think I think I better get in shape, man. As a leader, that's what you're supposed to do. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman used to have this thing. Ron Harper too. They all had this thing. It was called the Breakfast Club. And what they used to do is they would work out real hard. I think like early in the morning, doing weights, conditioning, stuff like that, to try to keep their body percentage down, and to keep their conditioning up. And they would meet up all the time before regular practices and stuff. That's what your leader is supposed to do. Not sitting up in the press conference. Well, I think I'm fat and I think I'm out of shape. Shit, motherfucker, you think? I'm glad you recognize it because we recognize that shit. And I'm pretty sure everybody has been telling you that shit. You got Dirk Nowitzki there. You got Jason Kidd there. You got Michael Finley. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of shit that people don't know. A lot of shit people don't know. Man, see, Dennis Rodman was one of the most conditioned athletes and one of the most athletic athletes in the entire NBA. My bad, y'all. I gotta move. Hold on. Dennis Rodman would uh would lift weights before the game, lift weights and ride a bicycle before the game, and lift weights and ride a bicycle after the game, or ride the bike after the game. Because he said he wasn't tired. He needed something, after the game. He said he needed something to keep, you know, to get it out of his system. So everybody talks about all this freak of nature that LeBron is, and freak of nature that Zion Williamson is. Man, what's a freak of nature if you can't keep your fucking body in shape? Nate Archibald. A lot of people don't realize this, and if you don't know about Nate Archibald, go holler at that boy True Rock. Nate Archibald used to run like so many miles before games. I think he used to run it after games too. So and listen, everybody's not going to be able to run 5 to 7 miles like a Floyd Mayweather or any of that like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Muhammad Ali or nothing like that. There's some people that conditioning that it's just they're not on that level, but you could at least try. Oh yeah, I think I'm fat and I think I'm out of shape. Yeah, he had insane work ethic. Nate the Skate, because I had a coach. Well, he's our athletic director. That was his best friend because he grew up in D.C. and he was good friends with him, and he used to tell me about him all the time and stuff, man. And I'd be like, man, here we go again. But then you start thinking about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? About, oh yeah, this guy used to run this many miles, and this guy used to do this, and this guy used to do that. You start thinking about stuff like that. You like, dang, that's straight up insane. What's up with it, Chaco? I see you in the building. Everybody wants to decorate a guy. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. At one time, I don't know if y'all heard me on one of Ticket Stream. I had got it was me and PSN. Shout out to PSN. But we had a debate over Luka and Giannis, and I said Luka would win before Giannis. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did say that Giannis. The one thing that I did say is that Giannis was in way, way, way better shape than what Luka ever would ever think of being. But the only reason I chose Luka was because he was skilled. He was more skilled at that time than Giannis. Now Giannis is starting to become skilled. But everybody criticize, oh well, Giannis don't have a jumper. Giannis don't have this, and Giannis don't have that. He's putting the pieces together. But the one thing that Giannis that had over everybody was what? Conditioning. He's durable. You said Luka and Zion. Yeah. That yeah, Giannis got will. You said Fat Boy Luka does need to him down. He's he's a damn god. It's gonna get worse as he gets older. Exactly. And see his body. That's the thing, Ace. His body has already peaked. His game has already peaked. His game has already peaked unless he could do something. Like, look, I was looking at this movie. It's called Bruised. It's with Holly Berry. I know y'all know who Holly Berry is. She played an MMA fighter. And if y'all don't know, Holly Berry has been training MMA for quite some time anyway. Dog, Holly Berry is in 50s and look in way better shape than some of these guys, man. You said Bam is injured, yeah. Yeah, her new movie is called Bruised. She played a washed up MMA fighter in the movie, and what she had to do was she was trying to make a comeback. She was an alcoholic and all that, and her son, her son had been abandoned by her baby dad or whatever. So she had to raise her son, and her son was like 6 years old already, and she was you know, she had never met her son. Now, you're talking about a totally different lifestyle change. But in the process, she was trying to get her career back on track as an MMA fighter. She was like 11-0, and I think she ended up losing one, and it kind of set her back. She fell into depression, and she ended up working herself out. Getting back into shape and stuff like that. The listen, the three, in my opinion, the three best sports that you can get in tip top shape in and that you're gonna work your ass off that you ain't never worked before in your life is boxing, of course, basketball, and soccer. And of course, when I say, you know, I could put, MMA workouts too, as total. You know what I'm saying? If you want to throw in kickboxing, if you want to throw in jujitsu, you want to throw in different type of martial arts. Those will get you in shape. But that I mean that's what y'all and see Luca don't understand that Dirk Nowitzki used to take up yoga. So dog, you got the resources. I don't want to hear none of that excuse. I live here in Dallas. Dog, if you can't get into shape while you in Dallas, something wrong with you. I don't want to hear none. I don't want to hear no excuses. Don't tell the media nothing. Just get better. You shouldn't have said anything. You should have been right back up in that motherfucker, right back up into the gym, right back up in there working it on your condition. Baron Davis, right? Baron Davis, he was always kind of husky. He started to gain a little weight. What did Baron Davis do? Because he started, Baron Davis, what set him back was his injuries. Baron Davis was running at one point for like 2 years straight, 2 or 3 years straight. When he was with the Charlotte Hornets, he wanted to come back with the better conditioning. He was running 3 to 5 miles a day, sometimes twice a day. Yeah, a lot of people did ballet. A lot of people did ballet that you wouldn't even think of. And see people laugh at ballet and stuff like that, ballet and gymnastics and stuff like that. I had a partner that did gymnastics. This dude could do all types of backflips and stuff like that. But see, when you like in gymnastics and ballet stuff like that, man, you most likely you got to be double jointed and shit like that. Yeah, man. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. But see, they don't, you know, they'll sit up there and they'll criticize, a guy like, Steph Curry and all this other stuff. Talk about, oh yeah, well all he does is shoot. Well, shit, man, shooting. If you shoot a lot of jumpers, man, it gets tiring, man. And to be able to shoot at that magnitude, like that's phenomenal. And shooting keeps you in good shape too. Ray Allen, man, his workouts were legendary before a game. That's why like Steph Curry is on pace to pass Ray Allen, but to do that, that's remarkable because you don't know the type of work that Ray Allen used to put in for his shooting. These guys were incredible. I mean, if I could say who was the best like conditioned athlete, man, I'd already mentioned one. I mentioned Dennis Rodman. Karl Malone was he was very conditioned, even though I don't agree with what some of the stuff Karl Malone did, but he was a real conditioned athlete. Kobe was conditioned well. Uh, Even Kareem was conditioned well. AC Green, Kevin Willis. Not That's not to say that he was flying up and down the court or whatever, but he kept his body in shape. With Ocho Cinco died when he played. If Don loves his food, he should have played defensive line. You crazy? Nah, well, some people eat the way that they eat, but yeah, you gotta change your diet up, man. Once you get to that level, you can't be hoisting down cheeseburgers and French fries every single day and expect to get the best out of what you're doing. A lot of y'all think that these guys that be advertising on TV, like these fast food commercials and stuff like that, you think that they be eating it, man. Some of them guys don't eat that shit because they know what it'll do to you. Some of those guys, man, they don't know what. I'm telling you, man. It's it's it, it's not good for you. Like every now and then, it's all right, but if you eat, that's what happened to Derrick Rose. Now Derrick Rose is still playing, Derrick Rose is still playing, and I give him props for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he realized, okay, look, I got to change my diet. I got to make some life altering, uh, well, not life altering. I got to make some lifestyle changes with my diet that'll propel my life as opposed to altering my life. You said you should stay away from. No, he need to stay away. Nah, he need to stay away from. Yeah, starch. All right. Yeah, that motherfucker need to stay away from Twinkies. He should stay away from what's that, ho hos. He need to stay away from marshmallows. He need to stay away from, man. I could keep going on. He need to stay from honey buns, but that's James Harden thing, man. He need to stay away from grandma's cookies. You know what I'm saying? He need to stay away from uh 31 flavors. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay away from all that, man. I mean, red meat. Listen. I don't. I'm not a huge fan of red meat or nothing. But for some people, it's in moderation. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You know what I'm saying? But if that's all you eating, then don't expect for your body to be that great. You know what I'm saying? Or to perform that well. Yeah, it's protein, but at the same token, man, you got to get your other essential vitamins. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, because you, if you just eating red meat all the time and stuff, you're gonna become deficient in other areas. In other areas, but I don't believe that Zion. I don't believe that he's really taking this game serious. You see, R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett is flourishing. His game is flourishing because he's in better shape. You see, Cam Reddish is flourishing. Talking about my Duke boys. Zion is just sitting his ass down. He's just sitting his ass down, man. Like, dog, you got a lot of people out in this NBA game, in this NBA, uh, that want to play this game, and they want to be in the position that you are, and they think that they're better than you. Zion would be so much better, man, if he lost a significant amount of weight. You know, and look, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this. I understand that there are some body types, and there's just some people that are just naturally big. Okay, like Tractor Trailer or Khalid Elamine or even Oliver Miller. Okay, I understand that, right? But if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be that big, okay, at least be good. At least be able to move. At least be able to run up and down the court or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You might not be chiseled and ripped like everybody else. Okay, that maybe that's just not your body type. It's just the reality sometimes for some people, right? But at least okay, damn, man, he big as hell, but man, that motherfucker can move. Or damn, he big as hell, but man, he getting up and down that floor. Man, he big as hell, but man, he could step out and he could hit that jumper. Like at least have that feel. But when you look at Luca, you look at him and you like, damn, man, ain't you the superstar? Nigga, why are you lagging behind? You could barely get up and down the floor. Yeah, I know Aces, man. Listen, it don't take a it don't take a genius to figure that shit out. That he fat as hell. It don't take a genius to figure that shit out. And my thing is this, man. You picked the wrong time to try to take accountability and responsibility at the press conference, man. Like motherfuckers is looking at you crazy. You supposed to be the leader of the team, but you know what? I'm a listen. You gotta be it's you gotta be very very selective who you call a leader, right? I don't consider Luca as a quote unquote leader. You understand what I'm saying? I see like a guy like Brunson or even Tim Hardaway Jr. as a leader per se because Luca, man, he cries a lot to the officials. He makes a lot of excuses, and then when things ain't going his way, he want to sit there and cry. He want to march up in the front office and start getting rid of people and firing people, and do a lot of finger pointing and blaming. That ain't no leadership. And to put the icing on the cake, man, you coming in out of shape, and then you telling people in the press conference that, oh, okay, well, I need to get into shape, and I'm overweight and stuff like that. Well, what the fuck do you think? You think? I've already said that, man. Like dawg, you finally figured that shit out. You noticed that shit now. Round of applause. I'm proud of you, man. Shit, you finally realized that shit. Now get your ass in shape now. Not, but it's now it's like, okay, you better use the season, or you better be doing some extra before and after the practices or after the games and stuff like that, because now it's too late. We in the season now. So don't give me no excuses talking about, oh yeah, well I need to get it. I'm out of shape and all this other shit. What? No, you wasn't out of shape when you was playing with the Slovenia squad. Ridiculous, man. But y'all let me know what you think, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Gomes, Greenleaf, uh, and Chaco, man, and Neuro Aces. Appreciate y'all, man. Like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. To then, and it's Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man.